That's if you don't mind though.
Let's be honest here. How many men can withstand the temptation and seduction of this heavily curved, endowed woman without devouring her? Will you be surprised to know that this man found himself in this predicament, all because of his wife? Let me explain better. His wife set him up with this lady who is also her best friend because she thinks that her husband is cheating on her, but she was yet to find him wanting. The truth is that most women out there live with the insecurities that it is impossible to have a man who is tall, rich, and handsome as a partner all to themselves. And why some women try to remain calm in their self-doubt that it may be possible, others question their partner's motives of cheating with the assurance that he will be caught one day. But here is a lady who is about to set her husband up with the seduction of her best friend until she loses her man into the arms of the same woman who is her best friend. So what lessons can women learn from her mistakes in marriage? Before we continue, welcome back to Highlight Movie Recap. Today I'll show you a family drama, betrayal, love, lust, and redemption Nollywood movie from 2024 titled Love and Desperation. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. David is a tall, handsome gentleman. He is the kind of man every woman wants because he is rich, caring, and above all, a God-fearing man. Anita, his wife, thinks that she can't have this kind of man all to herself because of her insecurities, so she pays close attention to every detail about her husband. She heard his conversations with another woman on the phone and was convinced from what she heard. David gave her his phone to prove his innocence so she could see for herself, only for her to find out that he was talking to his mother. This is the first negative impact of insecurity, which is, she struggled with trust issues to her man. Anita was not satisfied with what she saw, so she unlocked her husband's phone to make more findings, but she found nothing. She told Jennifer, her best friend, of how convinced she is about her husband's infidelity. Another negative effect is that when a lady is insecure, she brings in third parties into her marriage to seek their validation. But Jennifer happens to be a good friend. She disapproved of her friend's anxiety towards her husband instead of taking advantage of her friend's marriage. Anita's jealousy grew each day with her overreaction because her husband came back late after 1 hour 30 minutes of his closing hour from work. It became a series of conflicts in their marriage that was beginning to drain the man. David had to use the back door, and she never felt remorseful of what she did. But that doesn't mean that Anita isn't a good woman, because Jennifer happened to have lost a huge amount in her business and needed her friend's help. So, Anita helped her to pay the remaining 700,000 naira to complete the 1.3 million she needed to pay her house rent. The next day, Anita was checking through the wardrobe. She saw a pack of condoms in her husband's jacket. She confronted David, but he told her that he bought it because she said she wasn't ready for pregnancy. He was tired of the withdrawal method, so he got it so they could both enjoy sex to climax when he ejaculated. Anita never believed him and sees all his explanations as lies. Jennifer had always wanted to pay her friend back for all she had done for her, so Anita saw the opportunity to use her friend. She was going to reduce her self-esteem, which is another negative impact. She wanted Jennifer to seduce her husband so she could get hold of an evidence. The question now is, to what point? Does she want to cheat back as a way of revenge? Although Jennifer never supported the gesture, after much pressure from her friend, she had to give in even when she warned about the implications. Jennifer got to do her job if this was the only way she could make her friendship with Anita work. The plan was that Anita's phone wasn't reachable, so she came to him to ask about her. Jennifer bent to the best position to display her sexy endowed shape. Most men will fall at this point, but David held strong and walked out. The next day, she continued with her mission with the persistence that he would fall for her seduction. She was explicit this time to let know that her expensive body was free for him to use as he pleases. David scolded her and sent her out of his office. He came back from work that evening very stressed. His wife noticed the extreme mood swing from her friend's barrage. The most deadly effect of a woman's insecurity is manipulation. What this means is that she watches you go soft on her so you become her slave. David got a prospective deal with an anonymous client. They were supposed to meet at a hotel room to talk business, only for him to find out that it was Jennifer who used a man to get his attention. He still proved hard to get until something happened. This time, wouldn't you fault a man when he succumbs to such several temptations? Anita was not bothered with what she saw since she was a bigger part of the plan. Anita never knew that she had just lost her home to another woman, and what most women don't know is that their insecurities can halt the growth of their marriage. Anita got the chance to ask Jennifer about what has been happening for days now. Jennifer told her that there was no update yet, but what happened in the hotel room that day changed the whole narrative towards Jennifer's overindulgence. A lot happened lately and sex was part of it, but that was not the plan the ladies had. What Anita forgot to put into consideration was the implications. At this point, David never cared and sent her out of her own matrimonial room. She went to her friend's house to drag her for betraying her. Jennifer told her that the mission went beyond her control, so she had to enjoy the benefits. Anita never saw this coming. Now she feels obligated to fix her insecurities if she would ever get the chance again. She had to open up to her husband that it was all a plan. David thanked her for making such a plan to his favor. He couldn't stop talking about how sweet her friend was and didn't care how she felt. She knows that she had lost the battle and was ready to accept that he cheated on her with her best friend. All she wants is her man back, but he walked out on her. Anita thought it was still a joke until Jennifer moved into her home. She was still questioning her friend's insanity when David walked in to break the news to her that Jennifer is pregnant for him, unlike her, who is fruitless. The truth is that your insecurities can lead your relationship or marriage to the level you never expected when dealing with emotions. What Anita never knew was that more were still waiting for her. She found out that her belongings had been moved to the guest room as she watched her friend humiliate her in her husband's house. From the master's bedroom to the kitchen, Anita wouldn't accept that Jennifer intrudes in her space of authority. But it was pointless. She had already given the power she had to another woman the moment her insecurities got the better part of her, to the point that Jennifer dragged the most little thing as the TV remote control with her. David came in to find his pregnant woman with his unborn child, oppressed by whom he called a fruitless wife. He lambasted her and told her that she is now a second-class citizen in his house. David apologized to his baby girl. She told him that she wanted a massage for the stress as Anita watched the drama. One day, Anita came to meet her friend to have a heart-to-heart conversation with her. She wanted to know where she went wrong. Anita was still ready to accept the child Jennifer has for her husband. All she begged for was a little space to make things work again. But Jennifer thinks she is kind enough to allow her to share one man with her. This is the frustrations Anita faced in her house for months with the hope that her husband would have a change of heart. But Jennifer's intrusion got so severe that she stopped her from making meals for her husband. No matter how angry she was, she knew that she couldn't touch a pregnant woman. She told David all she passed through when he wasn't around. David thought that it was high time he made his point clear that if she can't abide by the rules and not stress the woman carrying his child, then she should pack her things and leave his house. Anita felt downcasted by his words in the presence of her friend. It was obvious that she had lost her home, even with the weird sounds coming out of her matrimonial room. While they made love kept her uncomfortable, she asked her husband to help reduce the noise. But Anita told her in a loud voice that she could go to hell for all she cared. She had to talk to her mother about what had been passing through. Her mother advised her to leave the house for the sake of her mental health. Anita had no choice other than to help herself get over a lost battle. She apologized to her husband and blamed herself for everything that had happened. She pulled his rings and was about to leave when he held her hand. He still loves her and wouldn't watch her leave. As a matter of fact, she had been pranked all these while into believing that her husband was having an affair with her best friend. They had to change the plan when they saw that it was the only way David could save his marriage because he felt the obligation to fix her insecurities and to also let her know that he still loves her. The truth is that there are many big disadvantages that come with insecurities in a marriage. Anita may be lucky to have an honest friend and a God-fearing husband, but you might not be lucky.
Thanks for watching this movie recap. Please comment your thoughts and also like and share this video for more super amazing videos that we're bringing to you. And if you're watching from our YouTube channel, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification for more. Thank you.